In this video, we're going to look at Aalto protocol and how they've created the Deep Blue Bank and the Whirlpool to back the rebasing element of their protocol. Hey, what is up everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. And in today's video, we're going to look at Aalto protocol very briefly and jump into one of their main value propositions, which is namely the Deep Blue Bank, which you guys could see very big on the screen here. And on top of that, the most recent update that they pushed through, the Whirlpool. Now, of course, before we go any further, gentlemen, it is my duty to remind you all that none of this is financial advice, and you guys should always do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. Now, Aalto, right off the bat, you guys can see it clarifies right here that it rebases and it gives you 2.3% every single day. This is obviously an extremely good amount. However, we have seen in the past that the protocols have been unsustainable, and it becomes very difficult for a lot of these protocols to actually pay out that 2% daily without suffering from inflation. So has Aalto done it differently? Well, let's open the D app and have a look. Right off the bat, you guys can see they have a very clean UI, which clarifies the Aalto price, the market cap, the holder count, and everything like that, which is really nice. But what we want to see is how they are taking their tokens off the market, and I'd like to introduce you guys to the Deep Blue Bank. This is one of my favorite portions of the protocol because of the fact that it's not dependent on the Aalto price. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, as you guys can see right here, what you will do is you will deposit a certain amount of Aalto tokens. So let's say, for example, I deposit 500 Aalto tokens, right? You get to decide how long you want your Aalto to be deposited for, and the rewards that you actually get paid out are in stable coins, in blue chips, and stuff like that. So it definitely is a very big value proposition for the people that are looking to not only make that rebasing element in the background, but also receive straight cash to their wallets whenever they want. Now, as you guys can see, what you can essentially do is lock up your Aalto, right, for any of these periods, for example. And then what happens is every once in a while you get a certain amount of these assets, which you could easily just claim and do whatever you want with it. You could still have your day-to-day payments being made without actually having to sell your Aalto. And this is brilliant, right? Because think about it. We know that these protocols, these rebasing projects suffer from a high inflation because 2.3% every single day is not an easy task, especially because it is auto compounding. However, what they did is they made it so it's locked up, so that whenever it is locked up, this 500 Aalto is still gaining the rebases in the background, but instead of me taking profit on my Aalto, I'll be taking profit in stablecoins, in BNB, in ETH, in AIMS, and A share. Right? You get a certain amount of these pending rewards, which I could then use as for my day-to-day transactions. So I don't need to be selling my Aalto. And this is absolutely brilliant. Now, if you guys scroll down here, you guys can actually see all the percentages for each of the lock times. Obviously, the higher the lock, the more the reward, as you guys can see, all the way up to 45%, which is much higher than any traditional bank. As you guys can see here, this is just a list of traditional banks giving 1.5% at the highest, you know, absolutely insane, ludicrous APYs. But then you come back and you look at Aalto and you're like, oh wow, I could just deposit my funds here, deposit my Aalto, which will be growing in the background, and at the same time I'm getting straight stablecoin. That this is obviously not an opportunity you want to be missing out, especially when the team is pushing out more updates to the site and more functionalities for the individuals that are going to be staked in the Deep Blue Bank, such as the Whirlpool that they just announced. Now, as you guys can see, what it says here is Aalto Protocol Lottery, the Whirlpool, the first ever multi-token bingo lottery. This is a never before seen utility where you can essentially win multiple tokens, right? And before we look at it, let's have a look at this video for a quick second. Yo. Yeah. I won that prize, baby. That's some good stuff right there. The music kind of got me vibing, you know, getting out the crypto Degen rap playlist coming soon near you. But jokes aside, guys, what you can see here is there are prizes that are being won every 24 hours, and the question remains, okay, how do I enter this multi-token bingo lottery, and how is it beneficial to the protocol? Well, the first thing, as you guys can see here, you can come and click buy tickets, and you can buy tickets with one of three. So you can either buy it with AIMS, you can buy it with A share, or you can buy it with Aalto, right? This is absolutely brilliant, because guess what? Whenever you put any of these three tokens into the lottery, 10% of the tokens get burned. They get taken away from the circulation, right? So this is clearly very beneficial for the protocol, for the longevity, and moreover to the individuals that are interested in this project. Now, another 10% of the tokens actually go to the bank stakers. So remember, I came back to the bank and I showed you guys that there's funds that are rewarded here. Well, this also gets funded not only by the protocol, but also by the Whirlpool, which obviously once again makes people more incentivized to come and jump into the bank, because you're getting higher rewards, because now there's more funds that are allocated to the bank. And what this does once again is locks up more Aalto. So you see how they are creating this kind of ecosystem of within the Aalto network, to kind of utilize not only all of their tokens, but also make sure that their primary focus, which is the bank, is always paid out no matter what, right? And that to me is always important. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at the transactions from the treasury, and next person already told me as well that all of the rewards for the entire month are already bought up, right? You guys might be saying, how do they do that? How do they already buy so much asset and have it ready to give out to people that are staked in the bank? Well, that's because he's a bloody genius. He liquidated foreign assets from the treasury in the month of May before we had this absolutely disgusting collapse down from the 30K region down to 20K. The treasury has 80 to 90% stablecoins, right? These guys can do whatever they want. They're ready. They're paying for new utility. They're making Whirlpool. They're going to make another functionality for bank stakers, and they're developing more and more ways to reward these bank stakers. And that's what we want to see, because my tokens get locked up and I help the protocol, so you best be paying me, right? And they're paying us in stable coins and blue chips, right? So obviously this is extremely beneficial. Now the other thing that I kind of did want to mention is the fact that it is a multi-token bingo lottery. Now what does that essentially mean? That means that there's going to be other projects that are going to have their funds here. Now imagine that this just launched now. This is actually infinitely scalable, and let me explain this a little bit so you can understand. It's a multi-token bingo lottery. What does that mean? That means there could be other tokens that are brought into the bingo lottery. That there could be other protocols that are interested, and they will be used as well. What now? Once again, another question arises. Okay, what is the benefit of these other projects to, you know, give out their tokens? Well, number one, remember we said that 10% of the tokens get burned. And number two, we know for a fact that the people that are winners, there's going to be a lot of people that are interested in investing their tokens further into those protocols rather than dumping their tokens. And of course, number three, they're getting exposure to the Aalto ecosystem, to a very large community. As you guys can see on their Discord, if I pull it over here, they have over 7,000 members on their Discord. And moreover, look at the announcements, guys. Look at how often they do announcements. At the minimum, once every single day. You want to see that constant updates coming in, and the ability for these protocols to always stay in touch with their audience and investors. And I think one of the most important things to understand and take away from this is that whatever functionality they do launch in the near future will indeed include two things. Number one is rewarding the bank stakers, and number two, building that deflationary mechanism, so like that burn that we talked about. Because remember, once again, guys, investing into the bank takes it out of the circulation, helps the protocol. Your money is still growing in the background, and at the same time you're earning stable coins. There's really nothing much that is better than that. And one of the best things about this protocol, in my opinion, is the merchandise. And you guys already know your boy never disappoints. I have $100 gift card to give away to somebody that comments down below. And I'll choose one lucky winner within the next 2 days. $100, you could buy a lot of stuff. Look at this sweater, bro. Look at this sweater. I told this person I want this sweater. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. You know, they even have a buyback and burn from the funds that are brought here, which is brilliant, right? Think about it, guys. Like the two things that I mentioned. So number one, that they are building the deflationary mechanism, so 15% buyback and burn. And number two, that they're rewarding the bank stakers, 20% distributed to bank stakers in BUSD. Incredible stuff in my opinion. Definitely go and check them out. They're doing everything they can, and I do know for a fact that they have more stuff coming in. This team is really strong in my opinion. And finally, guys, if you haven't already joined the Crypto Degen Discord, what are you even doing? We're always active. We're always talking about all these projects and so much more. Make sure you get in there, and I'd love to chat with you guys over there. Or feel free to drop a question in the comments down below. I hope you guys have an amazing end of the week. And as always, guys, let's get that bag. Peace.